The secret to loving life is a lot more simple than many people put it out to be. Society promotes doing more instead of doing less with higher quality. Luckily, after reading the book Anything You Want by Derek Sivers, I learned precisely the mistake that so many people fall for. In this video, we will explore what that is. What is up, YouTube? My name is Aidan Helfant. I am a freshman Cornell University student who helps you reawaken your love for learning by giving video book summaries and actionable tips on kickstarting your learning journey. In this installment of the Book Squad, I will be giving a video book summary on Anything You Want by Derek Sivers. While it's mostly a book about entrepreneurship and business, its messages on living a happy life are what spoke to me the most. I will start by revealing the mistake many people make in their lives and the secret to stopping it. I will then discuss why you can do anything you want in life. After this, I will highlight a habit that has helped me appreciate everything I do with my days. Finally, I will talk about how the book changed me. The secret of doing. Many people feel like they don't have enough time in their day to do what they want. 24 hours just isn't enough. Unfortunately, society nowadays promotes getting things done visibly. Many bosses rate employees' productivity on how many emails they respond to or meetings they attend. It can be impossible to find the time to do anything that you actually want to do. Instead of toning down on the amount of things they're doing, many people add on new tasks until they just can't bear it anymore. So what is the secret to getting all of these things done? How can we do all the things we want in our life? I wish there was a secret to do everything you put on your plate, but sadly, there is none. Derek reveals that the real secret of doing more is doing less. In the book, he explains that if you aren't saying hell yes to something, you probably shouldn't do it. Life is much too short to be doing things that you despise. If you keep adding on more and more to your plate, you're only hurting your ability to do any of those things well. Instead of trying to do everything, pick a few things that you love and do them to the best of your ability. After reading this point for the first time, I immediately thought, but who is going to do the things that I stopped doing? If I don't do them, then no one will. Derek masterfully addresses this point by showcasing just how many people there are in the world. He explains that we now live in an age with over 8 billion people on the planet. With such an insane amount of people, there is simply no way that someone out there doesn't love doing what you hate. This means that you truly can do anything you want. You don't have to feel like you need to do something simply because the need arises. If you really hate doing that thing, someone else out there loves it. Of course, there will be times when you have to slog through something even if you don't want to. If your major has a course that you must take in college, for example, then you just have to do it. In all likelihood, however, most things that you hate doing can be delegated in some way to someone else, even just to lessen the load. Derek explains that this constant need to take on other people's issues and always want to do more is what leads to so many people's unhappiness. Instead, he brings forth an alternative way to live life. Most assume that the reason to do anything is to get it done. That's forgetting the joy of learning and doing. It may take longer and be inefficient. Heck, it may cost swaths of cash. But the whole point of doing anything is because it makes you happy. That's it! When you sign up to run a marathon, you don't want a taxi to bring you to the finish line. When you start reading a book, you don't skip to the end and read the last page, right? The whole reason to do anything is to have fun and help others while doing it. But unfortunately, so many people get caught up in completing things that they forget what matters. They treat happiness as a thing for their future self because they don't have a car yet, haven't gotten their major, or haven't saved $10,000 in their bank account. Derek states that you should never forget why you're doing what you're doing. Are you helping people? Are they happy? Are you happy? Are you profitable? Isn't that enough? Ultimately, the point Derek wants to make is that living a good life comes down to helping other people in a way that you find fun. That is it. If you have achieved those two variables, there is no reason you can't be happy in the present. How the book changed me. Anything You Want entirely changed the way that I viewed productivity and happiness. Ironically, it is a book about building a successful business, but spoke a completely different message to my heart. Before reading the book, I was caught in a trap of toxic productivity. I believed that doing more was the secret to achieving happiness in life. It was this very mindset that led to me being so unhappy. Even when I started to add more onto my plate, I never felt like it was enough. I said yes to everything that was requested of me and never stopped to think if I wanted to do it. I treated happiness as something for my future self, something that I would achieve once I had finished all the things that I wanted to do. Whenever I finished one thing, however, I would add on more to my plate, continuing the process of toxic productivity. At the beginning of my reading journey, I didn't appreciate what I was learning because I focused on how many books I was reading in a week. Absorbing and reflecting on the content didn't matter to me. The only thing that mattered was reading more books. Anything You Want allowed me to realize how much more important the journey is than the destination. We humans are funny creatures. Even if we think we know what we'll be doing in 2 years, we often find ourselves doing something completely different to what we expected. Ultimately, none of us have any idea what we're doing. Life is just too complicated and unpredictable to understand that. The only way to find happiness is by answering the 3 questions posed by Derek earlier. Are you helping people? Are you happy? Isn't that enough? Answering those 3 questions is the true secret to living a happy life. Be sure to check out my video book summary on the road to character. It talks more about how to live a fulfilling life by building character instead of succumbing to the toxic resume culture of today's society. As always, I hope you have a fantastic day, and bye-bye.